Hi everyone and welcome back to Restart. Today we're going to be looking at two of my favourite poses, side angle and triangle. These are fantastic whole body engaging stretches that will help your hamstrings, help your shoulders, help your core, incredible for core strength and posture. Very, very important in side angle and triangle is the plane that you move your body in. I'm going to be facing you, but just before we start it, I want you to imagine that we are in this plane and the only movement is like that. So we don't go that way. And a useful sort of memory jogger for this is to imagine while we're doing these poses that you're back against a wall. And as soon as your shoulders come away from the wall, just correct yourself. What this will mean is when you first start doing these stretches, you won't get very far with the stretch. But over time, if you keep the posture correct, if you keep moving only in that plane, if you keep this in mind, the benefits are amazing. So, let's make a start. So we're going to look at, initially we're going to look at side angle pose. And just to get into this, we're going to revisit Warrior 2. So if you come to face the long side of your mat, with your feet nice and wide apart, we're not bothered about doing the splits, but you definitely want them wider than your shoulders. So if you cast your mind back now, we're going to do Warrior 2. So turn your left foot out. Allow that left knee to bend. Turn your chest and shoulders so they're facing the long side of the mat. And raise your arms up to shoulder height with your palms facing down. And look out over your left hand in Warrior 2. Lower your hands down, straighten your left leg. Turn your right foot out, bend your right knee. Chest and shoulders facing the long side of your mat. And raise your arms up. And looking out over your right hand. And lower your arms down. Straighten and bring your toes to point forward. So we're going to look at side angle, moving into it from Warrior 2. So left foot turns out. Raise your arms up. Look out over your left hand. Now initially we're going to keep your right hand straight. Bend your left hand at the elbow. Bring it down onto your thigh. And bring your right hand up. Turn your palm over, and if you can, reach out. But remember what I said about being against a wall. The moment you start to do that and your shoulder comes away from the wall, just bring yourself back. It doesn't matter, for starters, if that's as far as you go. If you can, reach out. And if you can, follow the tips of your fingers with your gaze. Lower your right hand down, push up. I'm going to go out to the right side now. So, starting in Warrior 2 again, raise your arms up. So we're going to bend your right arm this time, down onto the thigh, bring your left hand up, and stretch over. Keeping your left shoulder pointing up towards the ceiling. Lower your hand back down, push up, and bring your feet to come forward. If you need to just toe and heel in, just give your legs a bit of a shake. That's fine. So exactly the same from Warrior Two, we're going to look at triangle. So, palms facing down, turn, we're in Warrior Two. Now to get to triangle, turn the palms forward, straighten your leg. The first movement with triangle is a reach. And then start to lower your left hand down, raising your right hand up. What you can do to help yourself initially is just support yourself on that leg. The right hand goes no higher than 12 o'clock. But you can still allow your left hand to move down. If you've got a lot of strength in your hips and your hamstrings, you don't need to support yourself. You can take the left hand down and reach up with your right. Again, not doing this. Bring your body up. Turn your right foot out. So we're back. Warrior Two. So we're going to bring the palms forward, straighten that leg. Reach with your right hand. And then lower the right down, raising the left up. Finding that support with your right hand wherever you need it. And raise your body back up. Bring your toes to point forward. Toe and heel. Your feet in and just give them a little rock. Now we're at the stage now where you can start to put, particularly that side angle, we're just going to look at side angle, how you can put side angle into a little sequence. So we're going to start up at the front of your mat, take a step back, turning, we're taking a step back on the right foot, turning your right foot onto the heel, turning your toes out, bend your left knee. Raise your arms up. Warrior One. Turn to the long side of the mat. Lower down to Warrior Two. And then bend your arm and come over to side angle. Lower your arm back down, push up. Toe and heel your feet in. Back up to the front of the mat. Step back on your left foot. Turning your toes out, coming onto the heel. And raise your hands up to Warrior One. Turn to the long side of the mat. Lower your arms down. Warrior Two. And then bend at the elbow, bring your hand up. And reach over to side angle. Lower your arm down, push up, bring your toes in. And come back to standing. First little sequence. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you can feel that in your inner thighs and the sides of your body, building that conditioning up, building that strength up, building that flexibility up. Well done. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Namaste.